There's the Lothian over there. They're the Pentland Hills. And there's Arthur's Seat, which I was going to climb up, but I've decided to just do it here instead. Okay, so I am now in the ancient heart of Edinburgh, Holyrood Park, the old volcano that exploded. Today we're going to look at my own work, which is the Scotiad, or Scotiad. The first poem in the collection is basically a transcreation of Aneirin's Y Gododdin, written in sort of Old Welsh. Because once over, before the Anglo-Saxons turned up, the whole of Britain was Brythonic, apart from the Picts in the far north and the Scots in Dalry. But then the Angles kicked out the Welsh from this part of the world, and they ended up leaving the Welsh. A major battle that instigated all this was a battle called Catraeth, and no one actually knows where it is. I've identified it as the Valley of the Liddesdale, which we're going to go down to in a few days. It's about 40 mile away, 50 mile away. Right, so where did the poem come from? Well, Aneirin was one of the famous four bards of the 6th century. Nennius, the historian Nennius, compares him to Taliesin and others. And in the 13th century, his book was found, the Book of Aneirin, which had 2 recensions of the Gododdin poem, which we'll call A and B, and some Gwarken and some other poems. And what I did, I looked at these poems, and very scattered all over the shop. The story gets lost, because in essence it's just a series of elegies towards the 300 dead heroes, 300 heroes who rode from Edinburgh, Gododdin, to Catraeth, where only a handful survived, him amongst them, enough to use an eyewitness to the battle. Anyway, but the story's lost. So what I did, I dug into the 2 recensions and the Gwarken, and also some poetry by Taliesin, and reconstructed at least the outline and the story of the poem, and divided it into 12 books of 12, you know, being epic and all that. And then I've also managed to retain what I think is the Chingened. It's the sort of Welsh bardic ability to infuse their lines with alliteration and music and sonic beauties and stuff like that. I've attempted to recreate that. So the setting is 598 of the story, 598 AD. The English are about to meet a sort of combined force of Scots, Brythonic, Welsh, and a few Picts. I think Picts on the English side actually, at Liddesdale in this great epic battle called the Battle of Catraeth. And I want to read the first of my 12 cantos out today, because it's called Departures. And a year before the battle began, the Gododdin and other warriors from the Brythonic world met in Gododdin for a year of feasting before they marched off to Catraeth. I mean, no wonder they got beat. They would have if they'd been pissed for a year, but that's another story. Okay, Canto 1, Departures. Let's move this grass. Gododdin, should I breathe this breath for thee? Let crowded courts appraise my bombast bold, weaving the words of Vivi's dashing son, whose single song, a poet's privilege, midst vanquished places, manifests itself. For since this saint-like, awesome soul was slain, since soil was swept across Aneirin, poetry has parted from Gododdin. And as no soldier marches without arms, no bard without this poem may contend. Y Gododdin by Aneirin begins. Sharp points, this is number 2, sharp points have punctured seas of swarming spears, a shared defence of brutal foes defied, well hidden men before the shield din's onset, awake beneath Gododdin's lofty sphinx. Alas, for this proud horse death spurns return, so let those bards of valour truthful sing, when stubborn shields were split through fearing fields, their victims seldom felt the spear gift twice. As early rose the reign of lamp-lit day, revolving sovereign of the royal light that shines high over heath and heavenly vales, what sad march starts the shaking of the shield towards victory's vicinity hoped for? Those hollow mead horns, bright in Idin's hall, excite and invite intoxication. inciting with its crystal vintage clear, when scything reapers sing of shining war, and minstrels muse on battle-braided war. The multicoloured coat of Tin Agad, spun from the speckled skins of vaulting wolves, has framed his whistle jerks and juggling jigs, disdainfully received by Idin's slighted slaves. Friends, when my daddy went out a-hunting, Paul borne on shoulders, foodstuffs in his hand, out to his same-sized canines would he call, snatch it, catch it, tease it, seize it, fetch it. He killed the flippers in his coracle, just as the princely lion slays its prey, and when he moved up steepening mountain slopes, fresh heads well won of roebucks, stags and boar, he caught a spotted moorhen from the hill, and pulled a fish from Derwent's tumbling falls. The flesh hook of my father furrowed far, through tusky boars, lone lions, foxes swift, whose noose none save but those with nimblest bounds. 5. Men gathered in Gododdin, gladly laughing, but bitter in their battles blades displayed. Between what peaceful year had they enjoyed? But now brave Bogdad's son sends blood pulse rushing. Though all performed good penance in the church, both old and young, those hungry for glory, face death's inevitable penetrations. 6. As natives of a wine-fed land grow brave, Gododdin's Gwilget inspires through speech, first fashioner of Mindorch's fair feast, whose cost entails the carnage at Catraeth. So you see, after halfway through the first canto, you see how I've kept, well, not kept, but I write in iambic pentameter, and you see the audels they're called, and they're all different lengths. So that last one was 4 lengths. The two before that was quite long. But I hope you can see how gorgeous Aneirin's just worldview is, and how he managed to eke out beautiful lines from the same themes. 7. As he was when he rode with his riders, a bouncing ball rebounding back and forth, so shall he be until the heart-warm hearth, whence from bandit Gododdin's goodly nest, in grand Aneirin, with their sun-dressed mead, they offered firmest force to violent strife. Cadfanon in command, steersman of steeds, careering crimson fillies with the dawn. 7. From native bed his fame spread far abroad, from golden talk has vino fairly flowed. He gifted finest suits, clad those brave men who matched his own heroic courtesy, that sons of foreign soldiers full received, like Sian's only boy from yon Bannoch. No lad more ardent on the foss did tread, ever of Votadine than Liviu. Like Gododdin is basically the Votadine, with the sort of a philochisp from the V to the G. The Votadini of the ancient tribe, whose capital is at Traprain. 9. From yonder sea of Yudu, battle bold, comes man thrice times more fierce than fiercest lion, brave Buban, mightiest in battle's mire. 10. From Edina's splendid, castellated crag, he led his loyal men at arms to war. Before his happy palace saw him pour the mead that made the Mordai joyful be, the well-brewed braggart's blissful beverage. Before he wore the grand gold purple garb, and on plush horses him borne safe away. Come lift up Gwerthlu, liquor on the tongue, whose vocal valour turned aside the tide, in restless bear, ere pacing down the path. 11. Hail, warrior wolf, first prince of thy pack, what beads of amber warmth drip from the brow? More precious than our banquet, sipping mead, ye blocked in battle fours, which poured with blood. Both Gwynech and the hen god Gled be yours, for as the son of Isgaran once counselled, thou art first bladesman of the broken shield. Final stanza. 3 centuries of Orcish soldiers' speed, of valour fond, blown headlong down the course. 300 haughty heroes of the heart, unanimous as one, a single sword has hastened forth upon 300 horses. Of these, none would return, O world of woe. Hope you enjoyed that. See you next time. We're continuing the reading. I'll probably have Daisy with me next time. So if you like the channel, please subscribe, donate to the cause, and see you next time.